You weren't crying when you won that championship in February. Now you crying now. A.J. Brown, you got to stop this. So we got to go into this. A.J. Brown is out here putting out cryptic tweets and trying to be this philosopher and all of this. And yeah, that's great. Great player, all these things. But you're crying on a 4-0 team. The Philadelphia Eagles, a 4-0 team that finds ways to win. We just heard Saquon Barkley talk about he don't care what his numbers is. He just wants to win. Coming from the New York Giants, who's been terrible, doing all types of numbers when he was healthy. As soon as he got a chance to go, he was out of there. First year in Philadelphia, he gets a title. Now, we got to hear what Nick Sirianni says about the A.J. Brown thing. So let's listen to it for a second.
Nick, I'm sure you saw the AJ post on social media where he quoted scripture and said, if you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw, don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. Is it your understanding that AJ still wants to be here?
Yeah. Obviously AJ is very important to this football team. I know he wants to contribute. And, do the things that he's capable of doing. But yeah, he wants to contribute into these wins. And he's had a couple games where he hasn't been able to, and for different reasons of why we haven't in these games. So
we heard what Nick said. He tried to be as politically correct as he can. Well, guess what? I ain't the head coach and I ain't got to. These antics, cut them out. A.J. Brown, you are a grown man. And what you're doing is ridiculous as a grown man. 1 minute you want to be an intellectual. Great, no problems. When you was reading the books on the sideline, you got you some endorsements going on, you got some notoriety, you was all good with that, right? Now this year you ain't catching a few balls. Okay. Numbers down this year. Now you out here putting out cryptic tweets. Listen, don't nobody have to talk to you like you ain't no grown man. You're a grown man. Chad Johnsons and Chad Ochocinco's or whatever Chad want to go by these days. They don't have to hype you up, man. You are a Super Bowl champion. Again, you are a Super Bowl champion. Literally just came off a Super Bowl. What? 7 months ago? And you was instrumental in that Super Bowl. You're a top 5 wide receiver. You're also paid like a top 5 wide receiver. What are you complaining about? Does the Eagles' offense look like crap? Absolutely. You're not getting the ball. Neither is Devontae Smith. Neither is all the other guys over there. Jalen Hurts is throwing for 130 yards a game right now. But to sit there and act like you don't understand that you got another new offensive coordinator in there. There's been so many changes on that team. And you are now the hunted because you guys won a Super Bowl. What am I missing? This is childlike behavior. We got to just call it what it is. And I don't want to hear nobody taking up for them. This is childlike behavior. This is called the price of greatness. Now, If you were 2-2, you were 1-3, I can understand you complaining because you feel like you can help the team be better. You're 4-0. 4-0. A champion. And the way the season's going so far, it looked like you're going to have a chance to dance again. But you're crying about not getting the ball. Like Devontae Smith over there catching 1 million balls over there right now. If you don't like it, you can go back to Tennessee. You go back to Tennessee. I mean, I got the numbers right here. I mean, you had 1,000 yards in your rookie year in Tennessee. You had almost 1,100 yards in 2020 in Tennessee. 2021, you had 869. You missed a couple games. And you were traded. And were you frustrated about losing or something like that? And they got rid of you in Tennessee, right? Then you came to the Philadelphia Eagles in 2022. 1,500 yards receiving. 2023, almost 1,500 yards. 2024, 1,100 yards in the Super Bowl title. So, correct me if I'm wrong. You've been in the mid-1,000-yard range pretty much your whole career. And you have one down year right now. We're only 4 games in with 13 games left. You only played 13 games last year and had 1,100 yards. And you're complaining now. Come back and talk to me in week 10, and let's see where his numbers is. Now, I don't want to see you all smiling and cheesing when you get in the ball. Because you're in a situation where you're winning. Winning cures all. You already got your bag. You've been paid. This has nothing to do with you having a diminished skill set or anything like that. This is just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, again, if you don't want to be in Philadelphia and you can't understand that this is called the price of winning and you do anything by any means to get those wins and you may not get those numbers, especially when you're already paid, you already got a ring, then I say ship them to Cleveland. Ship them to Cleveland. You don't like it where you at? You don't like that you ain't getting yards? I'm pretty sure Cleveland will figure out how to get you the ball every time. Now, when you're 4-13, we don't want to hear about how you're frustrated about not winning. See, you can't have it both ways. Either you gonna learn how to go with the greatness, where you done won a ring, and figure out how to be the best teammate, do whatever it's called for you to do on the field, to go get that second ring, or you go to obscurity and go play for a team like the Browns. Listen, no pun intended, Cleveland Browns fans. It's just what it is. Or you go play. You go to the CFL and go play with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. You go do that. You go get 3,000 yards receiving. But something tells me you're not gonna be happy about that either. No one should have to talk to you like this, man. You're a grown man. I understand you want to get the ball. I get it totally. You want to help your team. If that's the thing, I get that totally too. But the play is the play right now. You understand the situation you in. You guys are the hunted. Everything's not going to look like last year and the year before. They're going to try to take you away. You got a new offensive play caller. This thing is going to take time. Now come back to me in about 6 weeks, and if it still look the same, then we can revisit that conversation. But I'm going to tell you, A.J. Brown, you complaining about nothing. Learn how to be a winner and stop being selfish. And nobody got time for all that sneak dissing and all them, cryptic tweets and all that other stuff. Don't nobody want to hear that. Go talk to your coach. Or ask to be traded. Get out of there. Go somewhere else. And when you go somewhere else and you don't get what you think you wanted then, grass ain't always greener on the other side, buddy. So you got a choice. You got your bag, you got your ring, maybe you tired of Philly. Well, leave. I'm pretty sure the Eagles can get a good haul for you, and they'll replace you. And they'll go about their way of winning, and you go wherever you go. And hopefully it works out for you. But you better understand the position you in, because everybody don't get that often. Let's ask Odell Beckham when he got traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. He went from bad to worse. An organization that was not even ready for him. And his career unfortunately went downhill after that. Now, he did get a ring with the Rams. Got a ring. But it didn't end like he wanted to. Ask Odell. So, all I'm saying to A.J. Brown is, count your blessings, man. Do your work. Stay humble. Stay grounded. Figure a way how you can be a part of the offense. Stand out. But when you winning, it ain't much to complain about. That's all I had to say about it. Let me know your comments down below. To the next video. Peace.